Welcome back, good afternoon. Today we are gonna be making some sourdough pizza crust. I love, love, love sourdough pizza crust. This recipe is so easy. You mix, set, and forget, and then you come back a few hours later and you just shape your pizza crust and it's ready to go. This is very easy to make ahead of time. You can freeze the crust, and so then you always have it on hand, and you can take it out, top it with whatever you want, and you just bake in the oven for at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, and you have fresh pizza all the time. So this is how we're gonna make it. We start by using our active sourdough starter, and we're gonna add 100 grams to our bowl. Grams. I'm actually gonna make a double batch, so I did 200 grams in our bowl. Again, I've switched and we're gonna do a double batch just so I have more on hand. So from here, I'm gonna add 60 grams of my extra virgin olive oil. $700 grams of filtered water. You do not have to warm this, or you could. Whatever you want. This is unwarmed filtered water. $24 grams of our pink Himalayan sea salt. I'm going to add 1,200 grams of my type 00 unbleached flour. It says unbleached wheat flour. I get this from Central Milling. If you don't have the type 00 flour, you can also do bread flour, or all-purpose flour works just as great as well. But the 00 flour is an Italian style flour, and it works great for pizza. So again, 1,200 grams of our type 00 flour. As easy as that was, we're gonna take our stand mixer with our dough hook attached, and we're gonna place it on and turn it on low. And just let that all incorporate. Okay, it's been going for about 5 minutes, so we're gonna take it off the dough hook, and now we're just gonna let it sit. Super easy. You can either reuse this bowl or you can put it in another bowl, but you want to put it in an oiled bowl so that way it doesn't stick whenever it comes time to pull it out. I'm not going to dirty another bowl, so I'm going to just use the bowl that it's in. And all I'm going to do is take my avocado spray oil and just spray the inside of my bowl. Set that dough right back in, and we're gonna cover. I'm just gonna use a shower cap, and I was lucky enough to have Bakehouse Essentials send me a dough mat, and let me tell you, it is awesome. So this would normally sit anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, but I'm gonna put it on this dough mat, and we're gonna cut that time in half, which is awesome, especially when it comes to sourdough. So I'm gonna set it at the temperature at 90 degrees. I'm gonna put it on my dough mat, and then I'm gonna cover it with a towel. This keeps the heat in, and we're just gonna let it sit. We're gonna come back in 4 hours and check and see where it is. Right now, it's not too big. You wanna see this pretty much double in size, kind of like sourdough. And we'll be back. All right, we are back to shape our pizza dough. It puffed up nice and pretty in our bowl. We're just gonna turn it over. Clean fallout. I'm gonna make about 4 pizza crusts with this, so I'm just gonna weigh it so I know how much to make each pizza crust. This typically makes around 13 to 15 inch pizza. Alexa, what's 2185 divided by 4?
2,185 divided by 4 is 546.25.
So 546. And so from here, I'm just gonna roll the dough in a couple times, and then I just shape it on the counter into a little ball. So with these, I would tell you, if you were in a rush and you wanted to make pizza soon, that you would let it sit for like another 30 minutes to an hour before shaping it into a pizza dough. But if you can, I would put these in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours, kind of like the sourdough. Kind of like the sourdough bread. It just kind of gives it a little more time to ferment and develop that sour flavor. That definitely makes it one of the best pizza crust. It's just like a chewy, it has like the chewiness of sourdough, but like also the tanginess of sourdough. But then like with sauce and whatever your heart can imagine to make your own pizza with, it's just amazing. Even just like the plain cheese pizza is just the best. My kids love it. All my friends are addicted, which makes it nice, because what's easier than like planning a get together and being like, oh, just come over and I have pizza, bring your own toppings or whatever. So you could totally store these one at a time in like a big, large rectangular dish if you wanted. I just keep it easy and store them all in one bowl. I just kind of set parchment paper over top. If you were gonna stick it straight in the bowl, I would tell you to spray a little oil down just to prevent any sticking, but I just kind of set them all in a little row or on top of each other, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Because again, I'm not trying to get all these dishes. So, all 4 are in this bowl. I'm gonna cover back with the same shower cap I had it proofing in, and I'm gonna store it in the fridge, and then tomorrow we're making pizza. Okay, it has come time to shape our pizza dough. I've had this in the refrigerator for 3 days. So I'm gonna shape all of it, and I'm gonna bake pizza tonight, and then I'm gonna freeze whatever I don't use, which is obviously gonna be a few. So this is just rice flour I put down on my pizza peel. You can put regular flour if you want as well. I like rice flour, it just slides a little better. And then this is just regular bread flour, and I'm just sprinkling it all-purpose flour, any kind of just regular flour. I just currently don't have all-purpose, surprisingly. So this is my bread. You can see it puffed up a lot from when I initially put it in here. It's been sitting on the counter for about 40 minutes. I'm just gonna take it one little piece at a time. It can tend to stick a little bit to the bowl. Take that off. I'm gonna set this to the side. And then I'm gonna get this nice and floured on all sides, because it's gonna, that was rice flour. Nice and floured. So it's gonna make it easier to maneuver and keep it from sticking to the counter or your hands, the top of your hands to get floured. So I'm just gonna make a little crust on it by pushing out in a little circular area. Then I'm gonna push down the middle of the dough and then down the outside. Just push that all down. What? I'm making pizza. Then from here, I'm just gonna simply start spreading it out along the outside of it, the crust part. No. It's really big. And I'm gonna set it on my pizza peel. Supposed to cut these down even more, but this made a very large pizza. Not very large, but a large pizza. So it's 16 inches all the way around. And I'm just gonna simply put this in the oven, 425 on a pizza stone for about 7 minutes. Take my next pizza crust. I'm gonna put rice flour on my peel again. Just a light little layer. Flour on my dough. I'm actually gonna cut this one in half. So you can make these into smaller personal size, or you can do those large 14-inch, but just to show different sizes. Which is also good to have different sizes, because like right now my husband's not home. It's just me and the kids, so 2 more personal size will be perfect for tonight. And I like to make a variety of pizza. Always start by stretching the outsides. Then you can stretch the middle. Whoop. It's okay if you rip it. Just stitch it back together. Also, they don't have to be perfect shape. I kind of just like let them fall and stretch. Alexa, stop. I still got it. Whoa. Oh, she got a hole. All right, time has come to assemble our pizzas. I'm gonna do this funky one for me. And this one for the kids. Just using some HEB. I think the more odd shaped the pizza, the better. More authentic, right? Just topping with some mozzarella. I like a cheesy pizza. If I'm gonna have a tummy ache later, it's gonna be worth it. Some pepperoni. I am on the hunt for those old world pepperonis, like the really tiny ones, because when you cook them in the oven, they get all crispy on the outside, and they're the best. Some orange bell peppers. Some bacon. This spicy pizza topping. And some sliced jalapenos. I really wish I had pineapple. Careful. I'm gonna give that 10 minutes in the oven and I'll check on it to see, and as long as the cheese is all melty, should be good to go, and we'll be back to cut into it. Okay. Couldn't even wait, was so excited. Now for Mom's pizza. Mom's pizza. I'm gonna top with a little bit of arugula. I don't know why, but fresh arugula and pizza just like go hand in hand. And I'm gonna take some of my hot honey. Just drizzle a little on top. Fresh arugula and top with a little spicy honey. I hope you found this recipe helpful. If you did, be sure to like and follow for more recipes. If you head over to my website, joemamatexas.com, you can enter your email and I will send out my weekly recipe drops that I'll be doing on here, but in fuller detail. So be sure to go sign up to that email list, and happy baking.